Hello, this is Chad. There are many MP3 players on the market, such as iPod Touch, Zune, and Samsung P2. With the rising trend of movie-enabled players like these, there are newer versions of them coming to the market, and the P2 is not an exception. Now, Samsung has launched the P3. Let's take a closer look at the P3 and find out what is similar and what is different from the P2. The P2 and the P3 look similar at a glance, but after taking a closer look, many differences can be found. On the front, the design around the screen looks a bit different. The indicator that used to be located under the screen is now gone, and the touch bar is there. On the sides, the power button and volume rockers from the P2 are now at the top of the P3. The P3 has a power key lock button, volume rockers, and the speaker on top of it. The speaker is mono with 0.8 watt output, which sounds good enough for watching a movie indoors. A 24-pin port, audio jack, and reset hole that doubles as a microphone are located under the device. Turning both devices on, the new interface of the P3 greets the user. The 16 million color display is one of the reasons why the P3 looks far more brilliant than the P2. The P3 has tempered glass over the display, preventing scratches on the screen. I guess it would need less care than the P2. The P2 has 3 UIs, including Matrix, MySkin, and Cosmos. The P3 has even more than that, including movements, vibration, and most importantly, the haptic interface. Menu buttons can be placed where users want them to be, and the top screen can be decorated with the widgets. It reacts to your touch by giving vibrating feedback. The overall interface works very smoothly. The P3 has no play button, while the P2 does. Then how do we get it to play the music? The answer is the slide bar under the device. This little bar can always call the music player button to the screen. The power button from the P2 also worked as a play button, but that of the P3 now has a key lock function with it instead. By touching the upper side of the P3 screen, a submenu pops up. Back to the top screen, speaker, backlight off, and Bluetooth settings can be found. Useful features can be directly accessed. The album art screen looks even cooler than that of the P2. The P3 is featured with DNSE 3.0, which presents more sound effects than that from the P2. Audio upscaler, which recovers sounds lost from compression progress, has been added. And virtual space sound effects are now divided into 3. Also, a new feature called VPS makes it possible to fix the tone of the sound even when playback speed is adjusted. While the P2 supports WMV and MPEG-4 files, the P3 adds H.264 files, which are the file type that iPods and PSPs support, into the support list. The screen is far brighter than that of the P2, making some movie clips look much more vivid. The function called Vibe Woofer is something interesting. It makes the P3 vibrate along with the sound. The picture menu has been upgraded too. It now supports subdirectory exploring. The text reader from the P3 supports the text-to-speech feature which can be enabled through Emodio. Now, a very own audiobook can be created through this function.
Emodio, Emotional Studio for Samsung MP3 player. Whatever you need for any other...
An SWF flash file format is provided, so it is also possible to play flash files. The P3 supports Bluetooth 2.1 plus EDR. It is more energy efficient than the Bluetooth 2.0, which the P2 supported, guaranteeing longer battery life. I found through this comparison review that the P3 is not an upgrade from the P2 at all. With the new haptic interface, the NSC 3.0, and built-in speaker and better screen, the only similarity the P3 shares with the P2 is its design. Other than that, it is totally new. Thanks for watching. This is Chad.